for a music room. And they are also adding some lighting to their building and their parking lot. They are proposing to relocate the drain field to make room for where they want to put the addition. They are proposing some additional stormwater facilities and new tennis court and ball diamond. I may have said one of those twice. So site plan is here. All of the tennis court and the additional ball diamond is proposed on the site that's, there's a separate parcel that's to the east of this parcel where the school is located. And this big black arrow is pointing to the addition. So this is the only expansion for the building that they're proposing here. They're not proposing any additional parking or anything like that. And they're also not planning on having any additional students in the building. So we just have a couple of comments. Again, the music room addition won't add more students to the school. So because of that, we don't have any immediate concerns with parking or traffic circulation or overall impact on the area with additional cars coming and going from the site. The applicant will end up having to apply to the state's Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs for the building permit. And the applicant will also work with the Kent County Health Department to relocate the drain field. And the contractor on the project will end up working with our city engineer from the engineering department to get the stormwater permits for the additional facilities that they're planning. So if Scott has any additional comments.
Scott does not.
Okay.
Have you seen the drain plan yet, or?
No, they'll have to come in and get a stormwater permit. They did show some additional detention there, but we've worked with this site a number of times. It'll be, I think, fairly simple and straightforward. They just have to get the permit.
Okay, any questions or comments from Tricia or Scott, or general comments?
The only thing that I remember, I've seen where they're planning to put the tennis court and the other baseball diamond. I think they used to like park a lot of cars over there. Is that? Because I remember seeing like at the high school that like when they had graduations and stuff like that, there was a lot of cars parked on that lot, on that piece of dirt over there. But I guess they don't need it anymore for parking. But it seemed like the parking lot was still small when they had big events.
Yeah, for the Covenant Christian High School property, they've acquired some additional land. And so they, I think they're also planning more parking over there. So that might, alleviate that whole situation.
They already have like 2 baseball diamonds. They already have them all. That's good, I guess.
Yeah, there's 3 there right now.
I know. But
Okay, any other questions or comments? We have no action on this item, or just?
No action, this is just a courtesy review, just to keep the planning commission in the loop.
Were we expecting anyone today?
I sort of was. I sent the applicant all the meeting details, and so.
Well, they did send have a to whom it may concern letter on the packet, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Anything else?
We have a couple of site plans coming up at the October 7th meeting. A company called Viking Products has submitted an application for site plan review within the Northridge PUD. So it's lot 4, I think it is. So there'll be that one, and then there will also be the Amazon site plan. So that one is coming up as well. And we also have our master plan. That's when we will recommend approval, hopefully, to the city commission on that day. And then we have some ordinance amendments that we've been working on for a while pertaining to, mobile food vending.
Okay,
I
any other
see,
comments, questions?
I see there was a drive-through coffee, looking at going in right by Chick-fil-A.
Yep,
Is that like a Starbucks? Is that big,
that's,
like across the street moving over? Or what? Do you know, or can you say
I am pretty sure it's Starbucks.
Starbucks? Because they got the one in Meyer.
Yeah, they got the one in mind.
But that doesn't mean, because they got the one in Target, and right across the street, they got the big store too, so.
Well, that Westtown PUD, the commercial PUD, had always, like, right on the PUD document itself, it shows Starbucks.
Yeah, I remember.
I
At,
remember they were gonna be there, I just didn't know if they were still planning on it, but I saw.
it wasn't that specific lot, it wasn't
Right, right.
C1, it
Yeah.
was one of the ones along Wilson.
Exactly, yeah.
The
So,
one that's like right next to that, where the roundabout would be, like to the
Yeah.
east of Chick-fil-A
Yep.
on M45.
yep. So something little has to go there.
Right.
Yeah, wasn't the Bigby originally a Starbucks way back when?
I don't think so, because I think Big B started in East Lansing way back in the day, and it was called Beaners.
Beaner,
And they ended up having to change the
Starbucks
name.
had that- Starbucks had that
Yes,
property
they did.
and sold it.
Yes. When the Starbucks went to Meyer, that's when it closed. It became a big one.
Right, right.
Wait.
Just the one we're
Yeah,
talking
about
about, just
10
one in
years ago.
Stanley.
Oh, just in
Overall.
Standale, okay, I
Yeah.
thought you meant like as a company.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Any other comments or questions?
And the Lincoln Lawns, you're gonna let me know what's going on there, because they backed out on that one.
Still nothing?
They had a community, meeting or a meeting with, the neighbors. They applied for, temporary use, like outdoor gathering type event, at the Planet Fitness, which was in City of Grand Rapids on that side, on like off Lake Michigan Drive. And then Planet Fitness told them, hey, we're allowed to open back up, so sorry, we can't hold your event here.
It was supposed to be last night, but it never happened.
Yep, so that didn't happen, and they've been reaching out to us, asking about, whether or not the option could still be open for one of our city parks. And the same scenario exists now as it did when they were asking before, which is the executive order, limiting gatherings of over 100 people. So, you know, they kind of, one of the emails from one of the developers mentioned, like, do you really expect there to be over 100 people here? And I said, just based on the numbers, from when the public hearing was held here, last fall, right? There was quite a few people here, and,
There's big interest in them, so.
yeah,
At least 50 people.
yep.
The thing is, they didn't send anything to the neighbors. The only way I knew anything about it is from your email saying that they applied for application to use the Planet Fitness parking lot.
Yeah.
And then they had the date, but they never contacted me or any of my neighbors. Nobody knew anything about it. So if they would have had it last night, there would have been nobody there.
Yeah, they didn't have it,
Yeah.
so,
But even before, they could have, because Planet Fitness parking lot just opened up a week and a half ago. They didn't send anything out before that, so I mean, they didn't know that they couldn't use Planet Fitness until, so they weren't planning on doing anything as far as I'm concerned, but. that's just-
yeah, I don't know if
I
maybe
want to
they
do it,
submitted their
that's what I want to do.
application to the
I'm not
city
against
GR,
I'm
just
not
for
against it either, I just
show.
wanna hear it
Yeah, I just want to,
and hear the neighbors and see what the tone is.
right.
But the deal with them is that they aren't, we will not schedule a site plan review committee meeting until after they have their community meeting.
Right, that's why I want to make sure.
But
So-
the question is, are they gonna just hold a community meeting and then like not invite anybody?
I told them that we would help them out with address labels, like we can,
Yep, I saw that.
you know, do address labels like nothing.
I expected just a letter in my mailbox. I didn't come by and they just hand deliver them to all, everybody who's around the golf course.
When Wellers were putting in their, new place, their